All right. So some Northerners has come out begging Mr. P2B to be the presidential candidate of the new party ADC. They are saying that, oh, Ogana, we don't want the other person. Oh. Meanwhile, Atiku has started campaigning, telling the Northerners what he will do for them if he becomes the president of Nigeria. How confused are these people? Is it that they don't know who will be their presidential aspirant, P2B or Atiku? You see this coalition, anyway, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Of course, P2B was on Channels Television yesterday where they interviewed him and asked him a lot of questions about this whole thing. And he talked about them. I'm going to show you in this video. But first, I'm going to show you where the Northerners came out and was begging P2B, say, please, Oga, come and be our president. We want you to be our president. So you watching this now. Who do you want to be the presidential aspirant from ADC, the new party? Is it P2B? Is it Erufai? Is it Atiku? Drop your comment on the comment section who you want him to be the presidential aspirant. But for now, let me allow you to watch this. And please do well to subscribe if this is your first time coming across this channel, right? Please watch this video.
Malam zamu su dawa zamu ji dawa masu kallo da sauraro dawa ake magana kai tsaye.
To kana magana da Mati Madugu.
Na. Kuma
mazaɓa ta Liman Dako. Daga shi na hini ba dodo.
Now the freeze don't run, no. Sebi a talker. Didn't I tell you guys that he will run? That's how they all do. Now the freeze don't run. He don't run. Let's watch the video.
Clarify this reputation that you work for the Abacha government. Or in the Abacha government.
So I've never worked for government before I became governor. I can tell you that.
Did you do anything?
Your Excellency, P2B, I appreciate that you responded. It shows that you have leadership skills, leadership qualities, and leadership abilities. I appreciate this response. Our leaders should be accountable.
Freeze. P2B has repeatedly, this is not the first time P2B is clearing the air about this matter. P2B don't clear them over and over again. But you know they're satisfied because now you know what you define for where P2B did. But now that's P2B, you think he's answered you, right? That is, you know, fear or no, you know, escape amo, you know, go fear escape amo. Hey, now that P2B has answered you, please answer, take up my challenge. Go ask Tinibu. Waiting for this. Ask him waiting to find here. He must give you an answer. Since you be truth seeker, ask Tinibu. Waiting to give you with Abacha. He must give you an answer. Since you be truth seeker, he must ask him about this his friend and his relationship with Abacha. He must give it freeze. Me and you, but you know, fear escape up. So that tomorrow, look at my face. Tomorrow, if this face you see say you the internet, you go to measure within the top.
So there was a time when P2B was offered an oil block by the Jonathan administration, and he refused it. That is indeed commendable. That shows a leader that has leadership potential and leadership qualities. He wasn't selfish. He wasn't thinking of his pockets, but rather of national interest. Kudos to you, P2B. You see, I always keep my criticisms and my praise balanced. God bless us all.
Yes, P2B. A lot of your followers believe so much in you. And those who do not believe in you, they don't think that you're the right man. Why do you think that Nigerians should trust a Peter Gregory will be that will give them hope and will give them focus? Can they trust you?
So everything I've said, I did. As governor, when I was campaigning to be governor of Anambra State, I said I'll fix the education. I'll make sure I improve in education. There will never be a time children will not be in school. I can show you education increase, it became better. I said we're going to deal with the issue of health. We didn't have one single school of nursing and school of midwifery. By the time I left, we have more schools of midwifery and school of nursing today than any state. Then I talked about rural roads, opening up roads. You can go on and on. It is not the same.
So Nigerians,
like I said, no.
They have the solution.
What they can, when I talk about corruption, see, we have fight corruption head on. Head on. And I said it. If you, who is number one, either at level, national level or state, is not stealing, your wife is not, your family is not reduced by 50%. It's an experiment way. I've had people now who say, oh, but you're corrupt. But Shehu, I left 36 billion naira I would have stolen. I left $150 million I would have stolen. So have you ever seen a thief leave what he can steal?
People will make reference to the Panama Papers and some of the.
No, I ask you a question. Have you seen a thief leave what he can steal? Even in the church today, you go say, take your phone, mind your phone, because there's no thieves come there. No thief has left what he can steal. So when they talk about Pandora Papers, I say go and investigate it in full. So you know, we exaggerate here. That is a legal entity for estate arrangement. So we are focused on the critical areas of development. Security is number one. Nobody's going to come and invest in Lagos if you hear there's bomb in Boronu, because there's no way the bomb will come to Lagos. So you need to, the reputation of your country in terms of security, in terms of local investment is critical for you to.
I mean, when you touched on the issue of the security in the Southeast, there were those who criticized you, that you never came out to condemn the role IPOP and those who were the agitators and those who were asking for sit at home. And some of the killings that happened.
Say they are not following me. I've condemned killings everywhere, even the one that happened in Anambra yesterday. I said I've condemned everything. The only thing I said about the agitators, let me tell you now. So it doesn't matter what, there's Yoruba agitators, there's other agitators, there's Israel. I will talk to all of them. There's nothing wrong with agitator. Anybody who says, okay, come on, let's talk. You must exhaust reason, but I see all those functionalities as a function of a dysfunctional, is a result of a dysfunctional society. If you do the right things, all these things will collapse on its own. So what I'm going to unleash here as government, somebody who works in government, will change it.
Would this be canvassing for a political solution to the case of Nnamdi Kanu?
For every one of them. I mean, why is it being held? It doesn't make sense to me. Some people say because he used vulgar words and everything. Is there anything wrong? I've not seen it. People just say, oh, you see vulgar words. You say, it doesn't bother me if I'm president, whether you call me thief, call me a less man, call me idiot, which they call me today. It doesn't bother me. My duty as a leader is to the common man to put food on their table.
But if you are talking about the situation in the South, is it the same way you handle the agitators and those who are killing in the Northeast and the Northwest?
Remember what I said. If there are people I can talk to, I will talk to them. But remember what I said. Once I exhaust reason, I'll deal with it. Let's say tomorrow we have a bandit by name operating in the Northeast. I will look for shame. Quote me anywhere. But remember, that is just establish a link to say enough is enough.
Afterwards,
deal with it decisively.
Are you happy with the peace and the quiet in the Southeast after the arrest of Simon Ekpa?
There's no peace anywhere, like I know in Nigeria now. So for me, I just told you they killed 10 yesterday in my state. Is that peace? People are being killed everywhere in Nigeria. Everywhere.
Let me ask you.
I cannot say buy a new jet.
Even if you need one.
I don't need one. You don't need one. Because you can go to anywhere with that jet. I will never need one.
You fly a piece, you fly Ghana, you fly here.
Of course, baby. I will not use 150 billion to buy a jet when 80% of our primary health care centers are not functioning.
Even as against security protocols.
Which security?
You've been a governor, you know what it is.
No, what do you mean security? That's what they say. That's nonsense they tell. I was a governor for my first 4 years. I drove 406. For the rest of it, I didn't have a bulletproof cars. Nobody decided to kill you. You're doing the right thing. It's when you do the wrong thing that you're about death.
Would security agency even allow
you? Forget all those things. If your people are dying, you should be ready to die. That's the job you chose. Or you go back to your house and live quietly. The president should also be ready to die if your people are dying. Why should we have security vehicles? No, you can fly. Who is protecting you in the air? If you can't, everybody dies. The British Airways flies every day. How many people have died? Are they going to provide the security in the air?
interesting. I saw you yesterday, and in the ADC, the flag of the unveiling of the coalition platform. How did that come?
Well, you can see what we say. The coalition just adopted a party for 2027. So we're trying to work together. The opposition are trying to come together to work together for the sake of Nigeria.
So, what does this then mean? Does it mean that you are an ADC member or a Labour Party member?
Today, I'm a Labour Party member, and I remain in Labour Party. But we have all agreed to work in coalition for 2027 election. And for that, we've just adopted ADC. Going on, other parties, other individuals are going to still come in. But it's just like an unveiling, like you used it before, an adoption, which will still go into bringing other people together under the same umbrella, saying, we want better governance for this country. We want to see a more competent government with capacity and character to do the right things.
So at some point you are going to leave Labour Party, is that it?
Well, where we are, the coalition, this coalition might have other parties that will come together, like it's happened in the past, and change the name of the party, anything. But right now we've adopted one party. The other ones are going to come in. So we can't say whether we're going to leave this or we're going to come into this. What is constant now is that we've all agreed to work together.
The implication is a legal one. Whether or not, as someone who is intending to run for office, you have the ability to participate or be in two political parties, it then means that will affect your ability.
So there's a difference in between intention and this. I said I'm a member of this, and I'm going to work with this group. So it's like, oh, well, I want to invest in this company, where they say, oh, you cannot be in two companies at the same time. But I have indicated my intention, I want to go into this. That is not...
But you don't see it as anti-party?
No, there's not an anti-party.
No, because I don't think Labour Party has agreed to...
Remember we said for 2027. Say we're not in 2027, we're in 2025. It's clear. We've adopted this for 2027. So, if I say I'm going to this, that doesn't say, oh, well, listen, I want to be trained, I want to be able to be part of your dinner in the evening. That doesn't mean I should abandon my breakfast and lunch because I intended to come and eat your dinner. No, we're going there.
So
we're going to go together. We are not abandoning where we are. At some stage, when that happens,
So, you are thinking of being a running mate to Atiku. Is that the case right now? That's your intention?
Again, Cheryl, this is not in play. Nobody have ever discussed that.
You know what I'm asking?
People assume so many things. Nobody have ever discussed with me whether I'm going to be A or B or C. Cheryl, I'm going to contest for the President of the Republic of Nigeria. And I believe I'm qualified for it.
You know the reason why I'm asking this? The coalition has been touted as Atiku-led coalition. And there are those who think that organization of coming together, that marriage is for an Atiku platform to run.
People just assume anything in this country. And I don't believe in assumption. I don't live with it. I'm part of a coalition which will be able to produce a competent president with the capacity, compassion, to save this country.
And you look at the assemblage in that room. Some have described them as getratics, who are old and done politically, who have been former this, former that. And this is a Peter Obi, and your reputation, you know what your reputation is with the Nigerian people. There are those who think that Peter Obi stands for a ray of hope, a beacon of hope for a lot of young Nigerians. And your association with some of those who have been described as spent, former this, former that. You don't think that there's a problem, that it's a contradiction?
Cheryl, when a leader comes into the scene, you lead everybody. Your job is to change. You change the old, you change the young. You don't just say, oh, my job as a leader is to change those who are not even, and if you look at it, it's about everywhere in the world. Those who brought out change everybody. Even for those of us, I'm sure in Islam, it's within the Quran, it's in the Bible, that those who actually, like Paul, who was previously Saul, who actually wrote everything, was one of those who were major persecutors of Jesus Christ and his team. But God changed. They want good governance.
So like a Messiah. That's what you want to be.
Whatever you call it.
A political Messiah.
It's not for me to say, oh, this one is bad, this one is good. No. It is for everybody to come together and show that you can do things better.
Is it not contradictory, though? There are those who say some of them are planned to sustain military rule in Nigeria. Some of them had run severally in the government that Nigerians thought that had failed. And you say you want to reform Nigeria. Is it not contradictory?
In fact, in this song, who has been in bad government, their experience is critical. I can tell you one of the major companies in the world hired 2 people who have worked in several failed companies because they can tell you what happened, why they failed. In the experience of those who have failed and those who have succeeded to move on. And I need everybody. You need everybody. It is a critical experience because they know what can fail a system and they know what was wrong with the system. So you need everybody. So if you want to serve, you must serve everybody.
In all of this, the ultimate goal and agenda is to ensure that 2027, this government and this party, APC, led by President Tinubu, is swept out of prominence. That's the agenda, isn't it?
Yes.
And by all means, you are going to pursue it.
We're not going to do it by all means. We're going to do it by all lawful means to make sure, because we've seen the failure, we've seen the incompetence of the government, we've seen they don't have the capacity to do the job. So you just have to do for the sake of our children.
If this option, one of the options is for you to be a running mate, you will still keep it?
There's no option here still. We're not talking about options.
So it has to be on the ballot.
Well, the rest is for Nigerians to decide.
Let me ask you, is there anything specifically that has been happening in Nigeria since the 2023 elections that has strengthened your resolve to want to run again in 2027?
See, you could see it everywhere. We have an incompetent government. See, as president of Nigeria, I'll bring civility and order in governance. I'll govern with the Constitution of Nigeria. I will respect the Constitution of Nigeria. I will govern within the laws. The government will obey the laws. I will do appointment by federal character. I will appoint competent persons with capacity and compassion for good of Nigeria. People that are worthy of emulation. So I'm not going to be Minister of Petroleum like he's been. Every ministry will have substantive minister with competence, who have the character, compassion, and capacity to run that ministry. But saying the things that as president, I will have hands-on reported to me daily or real time. Number 1 is security of life and property of every Nigerian citizen. Number 2 is basic education of our children. Because we must put those 18 million people as of them. So it is more important for Nigeria to invest in education than oil. The human capital of Nigeria, considering its population, is a huge asset. I will make sure that hands-on, I know anything that happens about health of Nigerians, starting from primary health care, ensuring we increase the insurance coverage, with the rich will pay, with the poor will benefit, and everything. Then I will make sure that I know real time what happens with agricultural products, which will drive the foundation of our manufacturing. I want to know what the power we are generating daily and distributed daily. And I want to look at the SMEs, the manufacturing, to ensure that they are properly supported with adequate interest rates.
I'd like to go into details of some of the crucial areas because you campaign in 2023 and there are those who say, well, all of the things that this government said they would do are the things that Peter Obi also said he was going to do. And I'll come to those things in a bit. But all of these things you mentioned, you said you're going to do only in one single term in 4 years.
4 years is just to know what is happening to them daily. You have to solve them overnight.
So you don't want to spend more than 4 years as president to be elected.
That's it. So you can actually do all of it. You can actually. Nobody expects 100% result. They expect 100% sacrifice and effort. So we know we're driving there. So there's nobody that gotten anywhere is going in one day. But if we set out to go to Kaduna today, people want to see us in Kaduna Road. If we're headed to Lagos Road, we're in the wrong direction. What is happening now is that we're telling people we're going in this direction, but we're going in that direction. I said, if you don't know where you're going, every road will lead you there. That's the confusion.
Can Nigerians trust that commitment of a single term from you?
So I said it and I put it in capital. I don't need a day more than 4 years. In fact, the day
and
before,
you fix Nigeria in those 4 years.
It's not fair. I will show the direction of good governance. That's why I said.
To what end is this one single? Why do you want to spend? The Constitution allows you. You've been a two-term governor. Why do you?
In 2 years, there are the maximum damage. That shows 2 years can change it in a good direction. People want to get up and see a president that cares, a president that shows compassion. So today we have a country without compassion. Leadership without compassion is a minus. It's not good for the country.
Is there anything that you say that this government is doing that lacks compassion?
In December 18th or thereabout, several children died in a battle. I think it was December 18th. On the 19th, the president from Nigeria flew from Abuja to Lagos for Christmas holidays. Say, no, I will not do it. I'll go to Ibadan.
All right. So you have seen it. So what do you think? Do well to drop your comment on the comment section what you think, all right? I'll see you in my next video. Thank you very much and God bless you.